Hi, mathletes. This is a short video about solving proportions. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to solve equations that are proportions. A proportion is two equal ratios. You can think of those as fractions as well. This is a one-step equation that involves division. We have x divided by 5 equals 4. We can think of this as a proportion if we think of 4 as 4 over 1. Now I have two fractions or two ratios that are equivalent, x over 5 and 4 over 1. To solve this, as we've been doing, is if you have division by 5, you can get rid of that by multiplying by 5, and then that would cancel out there. And we would be left with x is equal to 20. I want to show you a new way to add to your solving toolbox in order to solve proportions. So if we take a look at this again, x divided by 5 equals 4 over 1. We can solve this by something that's called cross multiplication. I can multiply across this way, and I can multiply across this way, and those two products are going to be equal to each other. I can further simplify. You don't have to have the 1 in front of x, because 1 times x is just x. 4 times 5 is 20, so we get the same answer either way, and it helps us solve things more easily. So make sure you write in your notes that we can solve by cross multiplying. That's what we did with this method. Copy this example down, and we're going to solve this in the same way. We're going to practice cross multiplication. So again, we're going to multiply this way, and that gives us 8x. We're going to multiply this way, and that's going to give us 12 times 32. You can pull out your calculators to calculate that. And now this is just a one-step equation with multiplication. I have 8 times x right here, so to get rid of the 8 times x, or the 8 in front of the x, I need to divide by 8, and we get an answer of 48. Write down this next example. This one has two variables in it, and we have a sum and a difference. We have x plus 1 divided by 5, and we have x minus 3 divided by 3. We're going to still do a cross product, but we're going to have to use the distributive property. So if I multiply across here, and it doesn't matter which cross product you take together, you take the bottom of one and the top of the other, I have to write this as 5 times x minus 3. And then the other product is going to be 3 times the quantity x plus 1. So you have to have that parenthesis, set of parentheses on each side, and then we're going to go ahead and distribute. So 5x minus 15 equals 3x plus 3. And now we get equations that you've solved before. Let's get all the variables together. So if I subtract 3x from both sides, I end up with 2x minus 15. The 3x minus 3x cancels out. I'm left with just 3 on the right. Then I'm going to add 15. That's furthest away from the x that we're trying to find. I have to do that to both sides. 2x equals 18. That's 2 times x, so to get rid of the 2 in front of the x, I have to divide by 2, and I'm left with, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1x equals 9. Here is one for you to solve. Pause until you've tried it. Hopefully your steps match mine. Remember that you can put this into your calculator when you get 34/8 using the fraction key between them. Some of your fraction keys look like this. And then if you hit equals, it will reduce the fraction for you.